How's it going?
It's going really well.
It's a really hard day in life when you realize that's not acceptable any longer.
It's a rude awakening, isn't it?
Yeah, it really
what?
is.
I'm not
What,
supposed
when
to
your
poop
kid
in the
poops
shower?
in the shower?
No, when he learned that he wasn't supposed to.
Oh, when he learned, yeah, really, it's tough.
And it was last week, so it was a hard lesson my parents had to sit me down.
You're barred from several hotels, aren't
I'm
you?
barred from almost everywhere I've ever been, everywhere I've ever showered.
Okay.
Bonnie Locker Krebs, Tribute TV Canada.
Speed.
Okay. Fantastic movie, my God.
Great.
Get your tuxes ready for the Oscars because you're both going to be there. I'm telling you, this is fantastic. You worked so hard to get this made.
Yet it's a film, about a guy who doesn't win the trophy.
Yeah.
That would be rather ironic.
The real truth would have to be if we got nominated and everyone thought we were going to win and then we didn't.
That
would be
yeah,
the actual
that'd be our film.
version of the movie.
Then you can do. But I'm telling you, it's so good. And Brad,
It is. We're really happy with it.
You worked so hard to get this made. Why was it so important for you to tell this story?
Oh man, there's so many reasons for that. It's just a book I couldn't put down. I couldn't let go of it, and it's complicated material. It's not a conventional story, which I'm always looking for. And in it, it had colors of R.P. McMurphy in the sense that it's a character who is the same beast in the end as he is in the beginning, but the world around him changes a couple of degrees. It's about obsession, like Popeye Doyle. It's got these elements in it. All these films that I loved as a kid. But you're dealing with these underdogs who are stuck in a system. I mean, the setup is, there are teams with payrolls of $140 million with 100 in reserves who are buying all the best players and the best talent. Then you have a team with 38 million actually. Yeah. How are they meant to compete?
Right.
How do you level the playing field? So by necessity, they had to rethink what they were doing. They had to rethink the game. And in doing so, they found great inefficiencies because the sport had been around for so long. Things had gone unquestioned. What worked 150 years ago, or the context of 150 years ago, wasn't the same. And they found areas they were able to exploit, and those areas were in value. And they found players who had been completely discarded, and they were able to put together a formidable team with these players that no one respected.
Story. It's just
It is, and it changed
the
it changed the game.
Yeah.
It made people look at things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah, the chemistry between the two of you is fantastic. The scene when you're trading off the players was one of the best scenes I've seen in a long time. How did you know it was going to work with this guy? When did you guys know?
When they let me be in the movie. I was like, it'll be awesome.
The studio forced him on us.
Yeah, it was a very
stunt casting, and we made it work though. I think we got.
They
around.
did their best with what they had, and I just was grateful to be there. No, honestly, we rehearsed a lot beforehand, and most of the rehearsals were just Brad and Bennett and myself. That was like the core three where we were really in a room together. We had a good amount of time to really work these things out, and to me, the great relationship is of the movie is Billy and Peter, because together they take on this thing, and they're two people who shouldn't be working together on something they shouldn't be working on, that ends up being very impactful in a lot of ways. And to me, I've had people in my life who have said, here's a light shined on you, you do your thing, I believe in these ideas that you have, and I'll make it happen for you if you execute them the right way. And that's exactly what Billy does with Peter. And so for me, it was really easy to relate to that kind of thing, having had mentors and people who have been really cool to me. And Brad and Bennett were just really, really inviting once they let me into their movie.
Well, you're great. I think Clooney and Damon have something to worry about because you're moving in on territory here.
These guys came, they were opposites, and they came from opposite worlds, and Billy respected Pete because he did what he didn't do, what he wanted to do, went to college, and for his study and he was a major in, he majored in logic and statistics and economics and these things that he valued, and he saw a weapon in Pete. It became his arsenal. And Pete, well, at least who we built Pete around, it was a couple of people, and valued Billy for his, athletic prowess, and together the two of them, what I'm saying is it couldn't have been done without the other.
Yeah, they're like a Frankenstein. between the two of them that ends up doing this really cool thing. Yeah.
Well, you two are terrific in this movie. Honest to God, I so loved it, and best of luck with it because it's just outstanding. You both did a great job.
Great, thanks.
Best
It was
of
a lot
luck
of
to you
fun.
both.
You're
Thank
so
you.
nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being
And
so
you are
nice.
frickin' amazing.